Hi there, this is Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. The time is 8:55 in the evening. The date is the 17th of May 2014. One of the students in the A+ group has posted this article, which I thought I should address. It's about the Indian high school bringing a closure to this issue. It's from the national newspaper. I've put the link below, and this is what it says. Parents of the suicide teenager get to see son's final word on chemistry exam paper. The report is by Preeti Khanna, dated May 15, 2014, updated on May 15, 2014 at 8:20 in the night. So now, this is what it says. Dubai, the parents of the 16-year-old pupil who hanged himself were finally shown a copy of the exam paper that he wrote his suicide note on. Abhimanyu Sadasivan's last words were written on February 25th, 5 days before he hanged himself, telling of the pressures of CBSE, the Central Board of Secondary Education System at the Indian High School, Dubai. His body was found at the family apartment in Sarcha. So, the fact of the matter is, it is not the Indian High School only that has this problem. It is the Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE. That itself is the main culprit. The problem is you don't have a solution. This is the only system, one of the only systems that students have, which is a lot of pressure. They make it very hard. And yes, the main goal is to choose the best. The main goal is to have the best students, but not everyone can handle it. In the note, Abhimanyu talks of his love for his parents and his younger brother, and wrote he hoped his death would force the CBSE to consider the rigorous pressures the CBSE placed on pupils. Which is, I honestly don't know what to say apart from, I think the CBSE needs to relook its the way it does things. It was his farewell to us and told how he loved us. How he loved us, said his mother Ambika Sadasivan. He said the paper was only for us parents to see. I do feel really sad that he did not approach us or speak to us about what he went through. Ours was a happy home. He was a lovely boy. I think the main message that we can get here is, no matter who your child is, no matter how normal or routine things look like, make it a point to always speak to your child, to ask your child to express his or her feelings. Tell your child that you love them, that even if they fail, it's all right, you still love them, that grades don't define who they are, that even if they fail, they can still succeed. I think it's very important for a parent to speak to their child. It's very important for a child to know that you as a parent, you love them. So my request to all the parents, please make it a point to tell your children that you always love them, that you're always there for them. No matter how many times you say it till they get fed up, so they know that there is someone. And remember this, there's always a new challenge that comes up. So never take it for granted. Let every day be as if it is the last day that you have. It was a very bad decision on his part, but a mother cannot be angry with her son. I don't know what to say about that. But the school has so far not given the family a copy of the note, said Mrs. Sadasivan, but said it would do so at a later date. We believe they will live up to the promise, she said. I believe so too. Because I think the school is kind of just bringing a closure to this issue, but they're doing it at a slow pace. And they're doing it, at least they're doing it so. They told us they could give a copy only to the police or the KHDA, Knowledge and Human Development Authority, Mrs. Sadasivan said. We wanted to know the reason why he took this step. We hold nothing against the school for what happened, which is true. So she said reading the full 7-page note written on the chemistry exam answer sheet had at least given the family some closure, which is exactly what everyone wanted. CBSE, a system based on rote learning, is known for its intense competition. Each year, tens of thousands of grade 12 pupils sit crucial exam, and final marks determine what universities they will be able to attend. My son had written the CBSE system. The CBSE system is based on mugging, which is true. Education should be about understanding and applying your knowledge. My death should be a lesson and a reason for the system to change, Mrs. Sadasivan said. Honestly, I wish the boy had not done something as critical as this. It was not required. But anyway, my son had a pretty high IQ and he would never learn by mugging. He had to understand what he was studying. He liked reading and writing a lot. They are so young when they have to choose whether to opt for commerce or science stream. They don't know what pressures they could face later. The boy's parents had been called to the school on the day of their son's death, 3 hours after he failed to turn up for a maths exam to be shown them his note. The headmaster told them that they were waiting for Abhimanyu to come to school to question him about the note. And, just to let you know, I spoke to a couple of students of the IHS. They all have a very high regard and opinion about the headmaster and almost most of the teachers, almost whoever I spoke to in Indian high school. Yes, there are one or two who have put comments, but they have chosen to be anonymous. However, majority of them, almost all of them had good opinions about the headmaster, all of them. I think the headmaster is a really nice person. I've yet to meet him. I don't know him. It's amazing that so many students voice their opinion that Indian high school is a great school. So that shows Indian high school is a great school. It's without a doubt. The teachers are good. They're really nice people. Just that the system, that CBSE, I think we need solutions to it. The headmaster told them that they were waiting for Abhimanyu to come to school to question him about the note. He had written, "This is not my chemistry paper, but the last exam I'm writing. I'm so bored of my life, I don't want to live anymore. When I'm dead, I do not want my body to be taken to India." The top performing school on Oud Mehta Road has sent repeated reminders to his parents to pay school fees of dirhams 3,395 in 2 months after he died, but later apologized to them, blaming it on a computer error. Well, they have already apologized, and I think this issue is also closed. The school made it public its apology to the parents for demanding fees on its Twitter account @Indian High underscore Dubai DXP Indian High underscore DXP, and I've seen it. Some of the students posted it, so I guess they did a mistake. It read, "IHS would like to humbly apologize for the fee invoice email sent to you. It was a mix-up from our end, and we had no intentions to hurt your feelings at this stage of bereavement. It is due to a technical error that the email was generated and sent. The school did not respond to the request for comment on Thursday. High expectations in the annual grade 12 exam for result-oriented Indian families has been blamed for several youth suicides every year in India and elsewhere." This is by P. Khanna at the national.ae. I would just like to say that, yes, I agree that this whole thing was really unfortunate. I mean, nobody, not the headmaster, not the teachers, not the parents, nobody would want something like this to happen. No human being. It's just unfortunate that this happened, and I think it's a kind of a wake-up call for everyone that parents and children, you need to have a dialogue with one another, and parents, obviously, because you're parents, you need to have a dialogue with your children every time, all the time. You need to speak to your children. And children, listen, if you're watching this video, make it a point to speak to your parents. Even if they say no, even if they say they're busy, speak to them. They need to know how you feel. And I don't think there's any parent out there who wishes you bad. So parents do love you. Parents, please speak to your children every time. And teachers, my request to you, I know all of you have a very tough job. It is really hard, especially when you have 30 or 60 children in a classroom, to be patient. But, just do your best or whatever you can to help children. And kids, listen. At the same time, don't take advantage of the system. Many of you do take, some of you take, I wouldn't say many. Overall, Abhimanyu will be missed. Abhimanyu, we can't bring him back. We can only have his memory. And I just hope this incident never happens again for any child. And if there's any kid out there, you have any pressure, any problems, approach whoever you can. Approach your parents, approach your friends. If you don't have anyone, we have a small little group. You can always speak to the guys there. Whatever it takes, or create a group by yourself. Create a group so you can have your friends. I urge you, create a group. It need not be my group or his group or anyone. Create a group. Overall, I'm glad. Thank you, Indian IHS. I thank you for bringing it closer to this issue. I'm sure you had your reasons. I'd like to thank, even though I do not know, I'd like to thank the Indian High School, its management, all the people who took this decision. I thank all the people who send emails, supportive notes, and I'm just glad this issue is closed. And, let's just hope for the best of all children. So, Loy from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com officially saying this issue is closed, and I'm glad it is closed. Goodbye for now.